Thank you. Like she said, my name is Ryan Shirley, and I'm a sophomore here at Georgia College. And I don't do stand-up too often. This is only my second time, but I did this really only because Andrew told me that it was going to be at the best bar in town. Yeah, make some noise, yeah. But then this morning he called and told me that Asian Bistro was closed. We had to do it at Buffington's. It's a joke, I'm kidding. But like I said, I'm a sophomore. I'm sure y'all are psyched to be Georgia College students. I, on the other hand, am not psyched. This is my safety school. I have 3 schools that are prestigious that have been jerking my chain since high school. Central Georgia Technical College. I've been dying to get into there since senior year, and they have yet to respond to my emails. Secondly, DeVry. We all know about DeVry. Tremendous education at an affordable cost. And thirdly, University of Phoenix. You elitists with your all online, your Order of the Phoenix. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to go there. I think that I'm looking to do it like postgraduate work. I think I'm going to get a degree in unemployment with a minor in methamphetamines, because that seems to be their most prominent major so far. But while I've been here in Milledgeville, I've picked up on a few things that people who only live in Milledgeville can really understand. For example, I was watching Planet Earth, the BBC nature show that is a hit with families and unemployed potheads alike. Yeah. Yay for drugs. Yeah. But I was watching it, and they talked about how the deeper you go into the ocean, the uglier the fish get. And the guy was showing me these fish. These were terrible looking fish. They had like 6 chins. Fish have chins. And they had a lot of gills, and they looked like the Filet-O-Fish McDonald's incarnate times a billion. They were some heinous looking fish. And as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, that is a lot like the Milledgeville Walmart. Because like you walk in and like at the front, you know, they have all the greeters, and those at least resemble human beings. So you're like, okay, you know, I'm comfortable, these are humans. But geez, man, you get back towards automotive, oh my God. So scared going around those aisles. Alfred Hitchcock music playing every turn you make. You make a wrong turn, you got the 2 girls from The Shining trying to kill you. You go the other way, you got 3 crypt keepers trying to ask you what you need. I came in to go buy a video game, but I'm really living it trying to fend off zombies. I don't even need it anymore. That's the real world. And so I think I'm going to start buying my groceries at Central State. The only problem with this is that they don't have great value and that they don't have groceries. So the only thing more crazy than the people at Walmart and Central State are the sidewalks in this city. How hammered was the construction crew that designed these sidewalks? I feel like every time I walk from point A to point B, I lose like 30 pounds because I'm doing the Tony Little Gazelle thing from a workout video. What is that? They were like, hey, we're going to lay some sidewalks. You want in? We want you. What are you blowing? Point 8? Get him here. We need him. Let him make these uneven sidewalks. Freshmen, you can always tell who they are because they have the hardest route from the dorms to campus. They're busting ass all over the place, tripping all over like that. They're freshmen. It's no wonder people get arrested downtown all the time because you're walking from downtown and you trip. The cop walks up. Hey man, you drunk? Nah, officer, it's the sidewalk. He's like, yeah, good one, drunk. Thank you. My favorite place that the sidewalks lead is Saga. Yes, we all love Saga. It's the culinary hub of the Milledgeville Society. And I read in the Colonnade, which is Georgia College official state newspaper. Wow, that was terrible. But what the Colonnade was saying is that they're going to gut the whole inside of Saga. And what they're going to do is next year they're going to make it into restaurant style. So that means I'm going to be up there in Saga, and instead of one open buffet, they're going to have all these different restaurants like that are all Sodexo food, but they're just like have individual seating. And the only difference that this makes to me is this year I'm disappointed all at once, and next year I'm going to be disappointed incrementally. Because this year I walk in and I'm like, man, what is this? You can see everything at once. You're like, they're serving thumbs in the cereal dispensers. That burger's been there since the Stegosaurus, and that is just a granite rock to try to pass off as marble rye. But next year I'm going to be like, well, maybe that, damn it. Well, maybe this one's good. Well, F. F, guys, I'm gonna blow up. I don't think I can take it. Give it to me straight and don't build it up one after another. I'm not gonna be able to handle it. The thing about Saga is, I don't care if it's in a shack. Just make it good food. How hard is that? That's like me going into the doctor with like lupus, polio, gonorrhea, syphilis, VD. I go to Georgia Southern. Oh, yeah, I said it. And the doctor coming out and being like, hey man, we managed to fix your runny nose. You're like, well, what about all that other stuff? That is the real problem. Also, the employees. I just want employees who physically know how to smile. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I shouldn't feel guilty for coming up to you to serve me breakfast. That's your job. Don't stare into my soul and make me want to throw myself in front of a jet engine, lady. Come on now. These employees, I've been in there and I have heard the two dudes behind the grill talk about pot like 3 times. Like what they're going to buy after work. And it all made sense to me one time. I was like, no wonder they got this job. When they came in here, they were probably stoned and the food was awesome. But then like 2 days later, they were like, man, why the hell do we work here? This is terrible. And the lady, the sweet little lady that swipes the cards, saw her in Bad and Busted at a gas station for spousal abuse. Spousal abuse. Dear God, guys, don't try and swipe anyone in if you're not supposed to. She will drop you. But these locals, you know, they're everywhere. They're all over town. I've had my bike stolen twice by the same person. And let me tell you, this guy has been in jail more often than the founder of Pig in a Pit. Boom! Tax fraud. Hilarious. Thanks. And even some of the shops down here confuse me a little bit. Like, I just don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm like 87% sure that I've seen turds for sale at those antique stores. Poop jokes. I love them. They're like, hey, what is this? I don't know, man. I think it's a turd. Can we sell it? Yeah. So they just throw it in the glass. I'm like, that's poop. That is worthless. One time I was in there and I was looking at a set of kitten plates because I'm a 19-year-old man and I like good kitchen accents. Thank you. And I was in there and I was staring at them with my friends and the lady came up behind me and she goes, hey, there's a certificate of authenticity if you want to see it. And I was like, finally! I am so sick and tired of hosting these parties where my friends are like, dude, no way those are real kitten plates. Bet you don't have proof. And I'm like, man, you're right. But now this time, I got them on my kitchen. The guy's going to be like, hey man, no way those are real kitten plates. I'm going to be like, oh yes they are. I've got the certificate of authenticity to prove it. And I'm in a fraternity here on campus, as she said, and I'm very excited about that. People tend to have a really skewed version of Greek life because like 6 people are really stupid and they make the whole entire rest of us look bad. But in all actuality, we're not. My mom, when I told her I was going to pledge, she was like, Ryan, don't. Don't do it. I was like, why, Mom? You know, like, what's the matter? And she's like, well, I just don't want you to join any of those fraternities with stun guns. And I was like, Ma, I love you, but what the hell are you talking about? And she was like, I saw it. Like, they just stun the pledges until they pass out and vomit. I was like, who does this? She's like, what? When is this going on? She's like, yeah, I saw the term in Newsweek. It's called tasing. I was like, whoa, Mom, why don't we take a lap? I was like, the word is hazing, and they're like super different. Tasing could be hazing, but not all hazing is tasing. And so, I'm in a fraternity, and I think people don't give us enough credit because we really have made some advances in mankind. Everyone's always talking about renewable energy. Pledges! We got it! We have figured it out! For 10 weeks, we have people do whatever we want them to do! And tell them it builds character. Hey man, lick mustard off this dude's chest. It'll make you a man. Okay? It's awesome! I think that everyone should have to pledge for like 3 years. And the guy can just pedal up to your house, you know, just like the religious dudes. He can knock on your door. Hey man, I'm a pledge for America. What do you need done? Pledge for America, mow my lawn, crack my natties, and solve the national debt. Everyone should pledge. Furthermore, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn, I was doing so good. Sorry. Thanks. Yeah. I live with some brothers in my fraternity, and they're also my friends on a side note. But one of them has a really, really interesting habit and he's actually here tonight. His name's Eason, and Eason likes to play rage music every time Eason gets into the shower, like at full volume. And at first, me and my other roommate are sitting in the living room kind of pissed off. We're like, wow, that's really obnoxious. What is he doing in there? What does he need to psych himself out for so much? He's in the shower. I picture him like those Swedish guys from Cool Runnings, who like psych themselves out really hard, well, my fret flip, before they do anything.